Boom. Hello, everyone.
No.
Yes, Eric. Welcome to the LC podcast, where we give you gaming news that you can use. I'm Peter. That's Jack. That's Eric. And that's Grayden. How's it going, guys? How's your Sunday thus far?
I'm fucking tired.
I'm tired and I have a cold. Again.
Oh, no.
So
I'm finishing this podcast and I'm going back to sleep. So
Amen.
Give me the news that I could use so we can get this shit over with.
Well,
Why are you so tired?
I stayed up late last night without realizing how late I stayed up.
I
Hades.
see.
No, not even.
Not
I was
even.
just what the fuck was I doing?
jacking off?
Yeah, I was playing games for a little while. I went back to my old Stardew save file and just bummed around on there for a while. So that was fun. And then I just kind of hung out. But yeah, now I'm tired and I want to get some more sleep. So that's what I'm going to do.
I hate when you stay up later than 10. It's like, and then you wake up the next morning. It's like, why did I do that? This is my own fault. I only have myself to be angry at.
Yeah.
Well, the first piece of news that I found, I was very excited to be reminded about this. You may remember the game that's coming out. I Am Jesus Christ. The Jesus Christ simulator that everyone's been waiting for.
Peter, your energy is too much for me right now. I need you to take it down a little.
But you can be Jesus.
You can be Jesus, and it includes over 60 biblical characters, feeding the masses and resurrecting the dead.
That's a lot of that's a lot to process when I'm tired. So I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how excited I am about being Jesus.
But yeah, when it was
but 60
Does this
unlockable
relate to that
characters.
devotion game or whatever?
I don't think so.
That devotion game that GOG said they would put out and
the
immediately retracted, and now people are mad because CD Projekt Red owns them.
yes. They don't. That game's gone all over the place, but that's what happens when you insult China. But yeah, the Jesus Christ game was announced a while ago. We got a trailer today for it, and people are still kind of just like, why? Who is this for? So
Yeah.
Trying to
That's the
branch
appropriate
out to the Christian market of gamers.
I guess. You know what's another big market of gamers? The Vin Diesel fans. So
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, see, Eric's
Yes.
one of them. As we know,
Yes.
he's starring in Arc 2, but we have new information. Not only
I heard about this.
Not only is he starring in Arc 2, he is now the developer's president of creative convergence and an executive producer of the game. We don't know what that means, but Vin Diesel is
We
now a
don't
game
need to.
developer.
President of Creative Divergence?
Convergence.
Convergence. All right.
Yeah.
That means
There needs to
nothing,
be
but I
fast
mean,
cars.
let's do it. I'm ready to ride some dinosaurs as Vin Diesel.
Apparently, he's a longtime player of Ark, having logged thousands of hours into the game, and is right now providing direct feedback on uncovering bugs and stuff. So he's
You know
just
what?
playing the game.
Hell yeah.
And he's...
He's probably got a lot of feedback. There's a lot of bugs in that game. Or there were. It's gotten better.
I'm curious what that will account to, or if we'll get to know what Vin Diesel's actually doing there. I'm very curious, but...
I don't think we'll actually get to
I don't think we will either.
Where does Vin Diesel find the time to be Vin Diesel? To be like
I think his real name is like Jimmy something.
That's really upsetting. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
I'm gonna Google what his real name is.
Vin, or Jimmy doesn't have the same ring as Vin does, you know?
that's like playing the new Jesus game for 80 hours.
It's
and
Mark
then
Sinclair.
Mark Sinclair. And then they put a twist at the end where Jesus' actual name is Jimmy. He is just
Poor
pretending
stupid
the whole
Jimmy.
time.
Surprise.
One of the first things that comes up for Vin Diesel is, what ethnicity is Vin Diesel?
Arc.
Ethnicity is a mystery.
Well, that's a great quote.
All right. Vin Diesel, the mystery ethnicity man.
That's a great, like...
Riding dinosaurs.
What's that quote from Kung Fu Pandas that the Master Oogway says? Like, about time? It's like, but the present.
Today is a present. Right? Yeah, something, yeah.
No, I just picture like that quote in Master Oogway somewhere.
Yeah, something like, yesterday was something, tomorrow was something, today is a gift. That's why it's called the present, or some shit like that. I don't know what that has to do. Yeah, I don't know what that has to do with the Vin Diesel's mystery ethnicity. But
No, it just sounds like a random quote that was thrown in somewhere. That's why I made the connection.
Next piece of small gaming news. We were previously talking about the Callisto Protocol, which was announced at the Game Awards. Kind of looks like Dead Spacey and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I
didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah. So I've been keeping my eye on that, and I found out something that doesn't necessarily make me happy. It's set in the PUBG universe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that.
Why? How? Why? I don't know if I want my space aliens mixed with my PUBG.
Like, is there a universe for PUBG? Like, there's
now there is.
Lore. Like, what lore is there? Some fucking Russians go on a Russian island and kill each other. Like, that's just that's normal Russia, as far as I know.
Right.
Like, what lore could possibly be involved in the space alien aspect from PUBG that I don't understand how, like, they could ever make a connection.
The game will take place 300 years after the events of PUBG. The events! Long jumping out of a plane and...
Don't you remember the great story in PUBG, though, Peter?
So is each PUBG match canonical? Like, what? That brings up so many questions that will never be answered because it's not thought through in a way that's coherent.
All the aliens are people that got chicken dinner. The chicken dinner was actually an infection.
The virus. Winner, chicken dinner. Now you're my dinner.
But yeah, no, I was like, I don't know why I did. It makes me skeptical.
Like, that
about the
doesn't
game.
excite me.
Yeah.
It really does nothing for me at all.
Like,
I don't care about the PUBG universe, and I don't think anyone else does.
Like, they've gone out and said, the creator of the story said he wants the game to be the scariest game on next-gen platforms on PC. Not when it's tied to PUBG. That immediately decreased my scare factor. Because I'm just going to find the metal pan, and I'm just going to fucking whack the aliens.
Yeah.
I'm going to put on
you
a
deflect
motorcycle
the
helmet.
bites.
Yep, motorcycle helmet. Cast iron
land
skillet.
and flip through the building and stay there for the rest of the game.
Oh, don't forget about running for half an hour just to die from some unknown assailant.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a little... I'm still interested in the game.
How could that be, like, the scariest next-gen console game or whatever? Like, we still got Resident Evil 8 coming out, too. So, I mean, settle the fuck down there.
He's got high hopes, Eric.
We got a lot of stuff. We got the Medium coming out. Like, now you can pre-install that. It's like 38 gigabytes or something.
I would like to believe in that game, but their last project was the Blair Witch. That was not a good game. Yeah.
Oh.
So
maybe the reason it was not great is because all of their development assets were going into the Medium. That's what
better
it is,
be
Peter.
the case.
Don't worry.
They better do good things with that Microsoft money.
Because remember when the Blair Witch was about war flashbacks and PTSD and your dog?
Yeah, that's why the movie became a cult classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I remember.
That's what made the
all
Blair
of
Witch
the dog
project.
stuff.
That's what made it such a scary movie.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs.
That was such a misfire. Like, what were they?
I don't know what they were thinking.
As the great video game nerd says, what were they thinking?
I couldn't tell you.
Next piece.
Apparently, I have a little bit of news that I just saw that now there might be a class action lawsuit in the works for CD Projekt Red and the Cyberpunk debacle. So that's
why
that sucks.
It's because it wasn't what people promised.
I didn't read the article.
People aren't getting what they were promised. That's why. I don't think.
Yeah, but if they're getting a refund, they have no grounds.
Yeah, now with Sony
I don't
being like, everyone gets refunds if you want one. Now Microsoft is doing the same thing. I don't really think they have legs to stand on anymore, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
How much have we seen since, like, I assume you guys talked about a good bit last week. How much have we seen since then in terms of like Fallout and stuff?
A good bit. Their stock is still going down. There's no it's just been fucking decreasing. People are still upset. There's still new issues popping up. Like 2 hours ago, I saw news that your save file may corrupt if you loot too much and the file size exceeds a certain limit. And people have reportedly not been happy about that. Imagine that.
Yeah.
So they're still they got a while to go. I'll check back in January, February, and go from there.
Makes me sad. Like such a prestigious company loses all their good graces within a week. And like, you know, there's all the people that genuinely put their heart into the project, and now it's coming out that like multiple times they were like, yeah, we were given a deadline and there was no way we could ever meet that. So it's like, you know, it just sucks for the people who were really trying, and it's just the executives who kind of fucked it for everyone.
And the more information we get, the worse it gets. The hole just keeps getting deeper. Like when they initially delayed the game in April, they said, okay, we have a playable game, but now we just need to polish it from here. And now after we know things from internal sources, the game was not in a playable state at all then in April. So that was that was a flat out lie. And apparently lots of the employees have been really upset at executive. They've been fielding lots of angry complaints and stuff all from within the company with how executives managed it and how they spent 8 years of their life developing this product that they're super excited about. It has good bones, but unfortunately the way it was pushed out made it not come out as they wanted.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of people are now praising Microsoft's decision to delay Halo, though. Like, a lot of people are like, that was fucking smart to delay it by a whole year after this. Like, it would have, like, you would have been pissed off if they did it again, but if they delayed it again, that probably would have been for the best.
Yeah.
But they were in such a shitty spot because of the executives saying that they had this date that they wanted to put it out by, and then kind of just put on the pressure.
I think they should have just released it on PC and not console. They should have just delayed the console editions.
I think
even that would have pissed off a lot of people, though.
Yeah, I think I remember reading an article where there was an interview with the executives. They were asking them all these questions. Like, no, that was us. We made that decision. Yep. They're kind of like taking responsibility for it, I guess. I don't think they're gonna have jobs for much longer, but it's something.
I'm glad they're taking responsibility, not being like, look at all the ground floor developers, you guys. Grrr, you didn't crunch hard enough.
We took away their holidays, but they still didn't put out a good enough product. It's their fault.
Yeah.
God. I think they'd be grateful to be working this time of year.
Don't even...
It's like props to them for the PC edition, though. 'Cause, like, everyone I've seen who's played that on like at least a high-end computer has been like, it's a fucking good game. It's a really good game. It's just got, a lot of issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it'll bounce back. I'm still confident in that. It might take some time, but it'll bounce back.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know if you guys know, but it's getting multiplayer in 2022. So, like, the game's going to have a weird lifespan. Like, people are
It'll be interesting to see how, like, the fallout continues, though. Like, what the long-lasting repercussions will be.
I guess this is just how people release games now. Everyone takes the No Man's Sky approach.
Yeah.
It's so sad that it's true. And even just like the next piece of gaming news I have is that Ubisoft, now that the new Assassin's Creed game's been out for a month, now they're adding microtransactions into it for like XP boosts and stuff. And it's something they've done a bunch of times now. They don't include any microtransactions when reviewers have it in the first month. That way it gets a high score. And then they're like, pay us money. That's a bit scum, but that's what companies do nowadays, I guess.
Yeah. Look, gotta hit it. When did Cyberpunk release again? Was it the 10th?
Yes, December 10th.
Okay, so I googled because I thought, it might be a good time to buy CD Projekt Red stock. On December 4th, they hit a peak of $443 per share. Right now, they're sitting at $271.
Oof. Yeah.
Hey, if those stocks ever bounce back, that's actually maybe not a terrible investment.
Yeah.
Just make sure to sell before their next game comes out for when the stock dips again.
Yeah. Sell when they announce The Witcher 4.
Yeah, true.
That's how you're gonna make your fucking money back.
Yep.
It's down 37.8%. Or sorry, 12.323%. I was looking at the actual total.
Yeah, it's really nuts. You're totally right. A bunch of executives are gonna get fired.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
It is, isn't it?
It's how it works. Shareholders pressure people because the shareholders want their fucking money. People who know better cave to shareholders, make bad decisions, and then just fuck it up. It's like the industry. I don't know jack shit about what the gaming industry is like behind the scenes, but you didn't hear about shit like that, even a decade ago happening. It was just
apparently it was still kind of bad in some places. I was watching, I think I've shown you guys the channel, the Gamers channel, like the GVMERS, and they did like a history of the Dragon Age games, and I watched the like trilogy of it. And BioWare, like they talked about it in that expose that came out during Anthem, but like they've had a history of having like huge problems with crunch, where like Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3 were all pretty much the products of crunch. Like massive crunch. And that's why Anthem came out as it did, because they were coming from a spot where they were like, well, all of our games, they just come together in the last few months of production, so that's what will happen with Anthem. And then
that's so upsetting.
Because that's what's happened with it's what happened with every single one of their games. It just, they had a precedent that was not good and was not sustainable, and it led them to where they are now.
That's like the fucking the student who doesn't put any work into their project and then just bangs it out last minute but gets it like a 90.
Mm-hmm. That's what they were, and then they got to university and they got a fucking 55, and they were like, oh fuck. Oh, this isn't gonna work anymore, is it?
Except in this case, the entire world's like, hey, you fucked up, dude.
All of the classes just sitting there like, boo, bitch.
Out of curiosity, did they ever fix Anthem, or did they just like?
They're still working on it.
They're still.
Wow.
while also working on Dragon Age 4. So
And Mass Effect Remaster.
And
And the new Mass
Mass
Effect. They got way too much on their plates. They're I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there.
oh fuck, I didn't. Oh no, that's bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the one guy who's leading the Anthem redevelopment, because those Casey Hudson and the other guy left BioWare, he's now doing everything at the moment. It's like,
That's a great idea.
I was trying to see, like, maybe it's not BioWare doing the remaster, but no, it's fucking BioWare doing the remaster. So I mean, oof. That ain't good.
yeah, big L for BioWare. They got to take a lot of time with everything they're doing going forward.
Like, Ubisoft was at least smart with a few of their projects where they just delayed it all by a good amount of time. And now at least all of it's being received pretty well. Like, Valhalla has gotten pretty good reviews. Legion's kind of dropped off, but I think it was well received. Immortals Phoenix Rising is my favorite game of the year, so they did good there.
Watchdog Legion?
Yeah.
I heard that was trash. I heard that was like the worst game ever.
I heard that it was fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hear too much about it, but nothing to say that it was bad. But just like, I don't know, average open world-esque game.
It's got to be easy for Ubisoft to just recycle their games, though. You know, their development time has got to be easier than other studios.
It's like Call of Duty.
Yeah, because
I think that's why I like. Yeah, I think that's why I like Immortals Phoenix Rising, because it's a new IP where, like, you can tell that the team working on it, I think is Ubisoft Montreal. You could tell they all had passion for it and like genuinely cared about the project, because it shines through, and it's a like completely different like art style and like I guess voice than what I see Ubisoft usually having. So I think that's what they need to do, kind of just put more of the passion into it again. They did that with Mario plus Rabbids too, and that game was phenomenal.
Or we have them go to towers to reveal the map some more.
There you go.
You do that in Immortals Phoenix Rising, sort of.
No.
But it's not that bad. There's like 4.
Yeah, it was just funny how Ubisoft fucking relied on that mechanic for so many games for so long.
They pioneered it. They pioneered it through Far Cry 3.
Steal from the fucking Ubisoft?
Yeah, pretty much. In a way. But I do think, like, overall Towers is a pretty efficient way of revealing the map gradually. They just,
Yeah,
got kind of stagnant with it.
I would agree.
Next piece of gaming news. This is related to something happened earlier this month that we actually didn't talk about. Though we got more information about the Mortal Kombat movie. It got a release date and stuff.
Ooh.
Coming out in April.
What's his name is starring in it? Chris Pine?
Is Chris Pine
Or
starring?
is that? No, I think that's a different movie. I think that's a D&D movie.
No, I'm curious. But it's one of the movies
I'm looking.
that's going to be going on HBO Max right at launch. I don't know if
right.
I don't know if you guys heard about that, but Warner Brothers announced that for all of next year, all their movies coming to theaters will be going on HBO Max day one.
Wow.
And so
There's kind of a add-on to that where AMC and other movie theater companies are thinking of selling any like Warner Bros. Movies tickets for like $3 to $5, so that any of the revenue that Warner Bros. Would get from it would be like negligible and just not even worth it. Because, it's going to severely harm the theater industry to have all of the movies just be available on Prime or like primetime viewing pretty much.
So like them doing that for you guys, would that create any interest to like subscribe to that service? We don't have HBO Max in Canada. We have Crave, and the movies will still be going on Crave, but at the end of their theater run. So still sooner than we normally get it, but not day one.
Oh, the fact that we wouldn't get day one changes it for me. I didn't know that. If we had HBO Max, that I would probably consider getting it, because there are a few movies coming out that I'd want to see. Just, if you have to wait till after the theater run, it's like, what's the point? I don't care.
Couldn't you just use a VPN and bypass that?
You could, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's effort.
Yes. I heard VPNs can also like throttle your internet or something in a weird way. So I've just kind of stayed away.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it sucks for the movie theater industry, that's for sure. Because we might see it turning into kind of like a theater like type scenario where it's more of an event and it'll be more expensive and you have to like fucking dress up for it and shit as if you're going to a play. Which, I mean, in a way I wouldn't mind if you could get like season tickets to the theater, like the movie theater, but also like that's expensive.
Then I get my nice greasy buttery popcorn all over my nice clothes. Hell yeah.
If it was like one of those AMC theaters or whatever where they like bring you your food and you order it, hell yeah, that'd be awesome.
Landmark. Those are the only theaters I go to now. I don't see movies that much anymore, especially lately. But when I go, I want to sit in the recliner and I want food brought to me. I want to have a drink. I love it.
I didn't know they bring you your food. I haven't been in a Landmark yet.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
They're awesome.
Are the prices the same?
No,
it's more expensive.
It's way more expensive.
Interesting.
But they did like, I don't know, depends how often you go to the theater. Like I go once every couple months. I can justify, having a night out.
I miss the theater.
You've seen every theater, every movie.
I miss going to see movies, but I'm not doing that anytime soon. Even with them being open at limited capacity. I don't know if they are now with more restrictions or whatever the fuck happened.
I just gotta get one of those like giant bubbles, circles, so you can like walk in and roll in.
Yeah. Everyone should just have one of those.
I want wider doorways in all buildings to accommodate me.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah,
just go everywhere in a hazmat suit.
For me, I wouldn't get HBO Max just to see these movies. Like, there are some I would like to see. The new Suicide Squad, Dune, the new Matrix movie, the new Space Jam. None I really care especially about. Not enough to care to pay the monthly subscription. I can see myself at like the end of the year paying for like a month or two, then just banging them all out at once. But other than that,
I don't really know what else HBO has. Like, it depends what other shows and movies they have besides just what's coming out. Because, if it's
Game of Thrones
worth it for what they already... I mean, Game of Thrones would be fine, but I'm not getting it for just one show. It'd have to have, like, at least a couple.
Yeah.
Couple shows, couple movies. But we don't even get HBO Max. We're denied. I don't want to fucking get Crave. Get out of here, Crave. No one has Crave.
Oh.
No one has Crave.
No one has Crave.
No,
Grayden's
sister has Crave. She just told me.
Did she say good things about Crave?
She
doesn't it have South Park
as often as the other one. I don't know. Maybe
one of them does. One streaming service does.
I'm glad that Grayden's our resident expert on Crave because his sister has it. So now we're asking him all these questions that he can't actually answer.
I want a book report on Crave.
Speaking of streaming services, didn't Crunchyroll and Funimation announce that they're like joining together?
Oh, really?
I didn't hear about that.
I'm pretty sure that's like some pretty brand new information that the two are like merging, I guess.
Damn, you're right. Funimation purchases Crunchyroll for $1.2 billion.
Ooh.
Yikes.
That's a big. That's in the anime world. That's big news.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't like lead to a bunch. I know Funimation has had some problems with like censorship and like bad dubs, so I hope that doesn't like carry on over to Crunchyroll, which it probably will, but you know, we'll have to see. It would make me more convinced to get a full-time Funimation subscription though, because like if it's all in one place, that's pretty cool.
Well, I wonder if they will bring it all to one place, because isn't Crunchyroll more focused on like subs rather than dubs? I don't know. Do you guys know?
I think so.
Yes.
I don't know if there's like a... Oh, there's a focus of the two? Okay.
Well, for sure. I mean, Crunchyroll is what people watch for like new releases coming out of Japan, as opposed to like you have to wait a good amount of time for it to be dubbed into other languages. Because Funimation started as like a dubbing house here, like in the 90s or whatever. Because I think they were one of the main ones that did a lot of the early dubs of anime that came over to North America.
Okay,
I could be mistaken about that.
No,
I think they did Cowboy Bebop.
I always associated Funimation with dubbing, so. But.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Founded May 9th, 1994 in Fort Worth, Texas, because a lot of the early like voice acting stuff happened in Texas before it moved over to LA. So that's totally like I don't have like a list of everything that Funimation did, but that's got to be like how they got their start.
Yeah, they did do Cowboy Bebop. I saw that, and that's like one of the biggest animes ever. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on what develops out of that.
Yeah. Because I've wanted to get into more anime. It's just, like... It's hard. There's a lot.
Yeah, totally. Funimation brought Dragon Ball Z to Toonami in the late 90s.
Oh.
Dragon.
Yeah, I find the anime world very intimidating. There's just so much of it that all looks so similar, and there's got to be some jewels hidden in there, but ugh.
I've heard that one on Netflix is pretty good. Parasite.
Oh, Parasite. Back in the day when I used to have Crunchyroll, that's one I watched on that. Parasite is very good. I would recommend it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it. It looks kind of creepy.
Dark.
I've never seen like a darker anime. It's always just been more like teenager-ish, I guess, like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood-esque style.
All right. I was wondering how Funimation had the funds to just like outright buy Crunchyroll, and then I was looking on their Wikipedia page. They're owned by Sony. So there you go.
All right.
Big Papa Sony, yeah. Oh yeah, that AT&T and Warner Media were the ones are the ones selling Crunchyroll too. So like big money behind both of those companies.
Yep. So that's a huge like transaction though.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I guess it's good that like all this animation, like all this anime and stuff is like changing hands to like an actual Japanese company that probably know what to do with it. It's like AT&T and fucking Warner Media. What do they fucking know, right?
They were like, "Hey, people like anime. Let's buy this."
Hello, American childrens. Do you enjoy watching light porn about brothers and sisters and octopi?
Well, do we have a service?
Do I have a medium for you? It's called Animution, and we hear it's pretty kawaii in Japanland. Fucking...
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Never say that again, Jack.
But Eric,
Please.
I am Mr. Big Time American Businessman. I know what the childerkins of America want.
That reminds me of the Saints Row minigame of Genshi's Fun Time mini show or whatever the fuck it was, where it had some cat mascot, and it was like, and now it's super fun time. Some weird reality show where you're just shooting people.
Saints Row is a trip.
Great.
Yeah. Bring Saints Row back.
I don't know why, but big business ideas. Some reminded me something I saw on Twitter. I don't know if you guys have heard of a small YouTuber called Mr. Beast.
Who?
Never.
Yeah,
Who?
never. He launched his own fucking fast food burger chain now.
I saw that. Mr. Beast Burgers.
Yeah, it's got like over 300 locations in the U.S. and now it's
What?
Yeah.
That's
Give it a Google. It's on like Skip the Dishes and stuff. People were like buying the shit out of the food on day one. I was like, ugh! You stop it, Mr. Beast! Stop! Your empire.
There's free food?
No, not free. No, not free food.
Well, of course, it's Mr. Beast has expanded his YouTube empire into burgers, starting up a new chain restaurant across the USA called Mr. Beast Burger. He's celebrating in classic fashion, giving away free food and wads of cash. Cool. Glad I'm not there.
I like free food
God, I'm
and
fucking-
cash.
Yeah. What the fuck are we doing this podcast? Let's head on down to the States.
LC onion rings.
I don't understand.
You don't.
Mr. Beast, he upsets me because I understand it's just completely from a place of jealousy. Because, like, fuck you, man.
I don't.
He's like, what, 22, 23, and he's got fucking just seemingly... Like, he's like Tommy Wiseau, where he's just got all of this cash, where it's like, where the fuck does it come from? I understand that you've made smart investments, my guy, but, like, what the fuck? How do you just keep getting it?
There's got to be more to it than that, because when you're 22 years old, you don't just like make smart investments. You'd have to like know somebody.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Who is he surrounding himself with? Who's in the background?
Mhm.
That's
who allows him to keep this persona up. You know,
Who allows him to just like, hey, so I want to start a fast food restaurant and I want 300 locations around the fucking US by the end of the month. And they're like, okay.
Well, I feel like
That's
part of it
fucking
is
insane.
his own genius. I feel like
yeah.
it's so, like, there has to be a good part where it's just from him being a smart businessman, because there's no way he could have just like obviously you can buy people to do it for you, but I don't know. I feel like he's had such a unique presence that has made him so influential. I don't know.
I definitely agree that he's a smart guy, but just these millions and
does have a
millions
team.
of dollars. Where does this millions of dollars? YouTube revenue isn't giving you millions of dollars. Honey isn't giving you millions of dollars.
It's weird, dude. I don't get it.
mm-hmm.
I definitely.
That's a good point, actually, Peter. If he's like fabulously wealthy, why would he even take like ad revenue from Honey? Why would he even bother doing like being promoted by them? You know?
Yeah, it's real. I don't understand.
So there's got to be some cash behind it that probably isn't his. Maybe even most of it isn't his, and we're only seeing like one side of it. You know, it's impossible to say because like he's never going to divulge that information because his persona like relies on him being the rich 22-year-old who gives away thousands of dollars on Twitter and opens fast food chains for fun.
yeah,
At least
So after-
what he does with his influence is generally really good, because you know he opens up like a bunch of homeless shelters or something. He did the Team Trees, I believe it was called, where he planted fucking, or he didn't do it, but you know he
Yeah.
started a thing to plant millions of trees. So I feel like overall, at least he's a philanthropist with his money and not a Jeff Bezos with it.
Yeah, we could have had another like rice gum or something.
Yeah.
So after a quick Google search, Mr. Beast makes his money, a YouTube revenue, video sponsor, such as TikTok, Lotto, blah, 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 Honey, and merchandise.
Merch, yeah.
He is estimated,
Merchandise would get him a lot.
it's estimated that he makes around $30 million per year from his videos and other sources of income.
Okay. Yeah, well, he spends half of that in like 2 months with his uploads. So
2 months. It's like a day that he'll spend that. He'll just have a fucking real life paintball tournament with every YouTuber ever and then spend all his money right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you start doing the math, then 30 million is a lot of money, but that doesn't add up. That's not opening 300 fast food restaurants around the United States.
Yeah.
During a global
Close.
pandemic.
I don't know, maybe he has really good credit or something.
I want a LinkedIn recommendation from Mr. Beast.
I want to fucking know, like, Mr. Beast's, his stockbroker is probably, every time Mr. Beast, like, calls him, he just has to, like, do a shot of whiskey and, like, take a couple of Vicodin and just, like, all right, here we fucking go again.
Yeah, because
Hey, Stan, I need to open 300 fast food restaurants for my YouTube channel. Do we have that in the funds? Stan just
Can we do that by tomorrow?
The veins was just like,
yeah.
Has he just like stolen Gordon Ramsay's team that would go to restaurants and like flip it in 5 minutes? Is that what he's done? Does he just like have all of them?
Instead, he's like, "We're buying this location. Goodbye."
Just get the fuck out. This is ours now. I want to know, like, is it a good burger?
Apparently not. From
Does it taste
quick
good?
Google I did. And also, is it like a full-on, like, are they getting the full-on fast food location, you know, like full kitchen? Is it a full restaurant, or did they just kind of like
they approve?
slap it together? It's like, that's good enough for the Mr. Beast community.
Yeah, is it a pop-up restaurant, or is this going to be like a chain that's staying? There's many questions still.
If he manages
Mr.
to get it
Beast.
to stay, then I could see him affording all the things he does. If he has a restaurant chain, 300 locations.
Mr. Beast, how about you come on our podcast and we'll interview you, and then you can give us
Explain yourself.
also 1 million subs. Explain yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Beast, this is a call out directly for you.
Yeah.
You
Your
could be on
elders.
Peter's couch.
The bad one.
We are. I don't feel like anyone's elder, though, you know?
No,
I feel like I'm just. No.
not even like a wee child.
Most. No. No. I'm on like the same level, man. If not lower. It's bad.
Ask children for help with your homework.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Beast scares me.
It confuses me. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
He scares me too. It's like if you ever see him post on Twitter, it'll be like, Mr. Beast posted this 1 minute ago, 5,000 replies already, and you're just like, what the fuck, dude? How? Oh my god, people are thirsty for money. Because all of them are just like, give me car. Please, car.
Influencers live in a
Oprah.
separate version of reality from myself. Like, I don't pay attention to it. I don't care. But there are people, millions of people around the world who are like, hey, shower me with some of that cash, daddy. Or they go to like the big YouTubers like the James Charleses and the fucking Paul brothers, the people who I know nothing about other than I think they're terrible fucking human beings, and they surround them like they're the Messiah. They have this cult of personality that doesn't exist in real life, but as soon as you go on the internet, it's like, the masses, the unwashed masses have come to watch the newest Jake Paul video. I didn't know these people existed.
Floyd Mayweather agreed to fight Logan Paul.
He did. He did, in fact. Yes, Logan Paul is going to get his ass kicked by
He's going to get his ass kicked, but he still wins.
Yeah.
He still gets millions upon millions of dollars just for doing this fucking thing. Like, I will gladly see Logan Paul get his shit rocked, but it doesn't mean I get anything out of it still. He's still the one who wins.
Will you pay to see that, though, Eric?
It'll be, as soon as it happens, it'll be fucking uploaded to Twitter. I don't need to...
Oh, yeah.
It'll be uploaded. I don't need to pay to see it happening live. I'm not giving them my money.
So the thing that boggles the mind about that is that it's an exhibition match, because normally you wouldn't, like, a match like that couldn't happen because Mayweather is a lot lighter than he is, and Paul is quite a bit taller. It doesn't fucking matter. Mayweather is one of the best boxers of all time, maybe the best.
He's
boxer
the cream of the crop.
Yeah, it does not fucking matter. Undefeated. He went his entire career undefeated. That's insane.
Yep.
He was able to go up against one of the top UFC fighters at the time, Conor McGregor, and still beat his ass. Like, you think fucking Logan Paul, an unprofessional YouTube boxer, is going to even stand a remote chance against the boxer?
If Mayweather wanted to put Paul down in the first, couple seconds of the first round, he could. He might drag it out because, that's what promotion tells him to do or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
And he also, largely benefits on wearing down his opponent, making them tired. Just doing the can't hit my shit.
Fast feet.
Float like a butterfly, sing like a bee.
Pew pew.
Yeah. Somebody who's been kickboxing my entire life, basically, boxing is a completely different sport. Like, they're not even in the same realm of one another. If someone asked me to just box, I'd be like, I don't know how to do that. That's not a thing. That's not a thing that I can do. I don't know how to just punch. I need to use everything.
Let me ask you this. For, I don't know, however stupid amount of $50 million, would you jump into the ring with Floyd Mayweather? Would you get your ass kicked for $50 million?
I would let Floyd Mayweather beat my ass for $50 million. There's no shame in that. There's absolutely no shame in getting rich off having your ass kicked by the best boxer of all time.
Because the $50 million, that's just the start of it. Because afterwards, you're known as the guy who got $50 million for getting his shit kicked in. You'll be interviewed a couple more times and get some sponsorships. You'll have 15 minutes of fame.
Mm-hmm.
You could roll with it. You just gotta hope you don't have any long-lasting brain damage.
Totally. You survived the fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which some people don't. So, that's a risk, but...
If I knew that I was getting in the fucking ring with Mayweather, I'd take my 2 or 3 months to train. It wouldn't help. It would not help, but...
You could at least get in a bit better, position to fight him.
You get a coach and just listen, I want to learn defense. I don't care. I just want defense.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm just floating like a butterfly today.
Oh man, yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand how someone like Floyd Mayweather would agree to fight this.
Yeah,
I know money, but he has a lot of money. He already has it all.
More. He can have more money.
I agree with some people that what does it do for the legacy of the sport to just be doing this? Dana White has specifically gone on record and
Yeah.
said, like, none of my fighters will ever be fucking fighting the Paul brothers. I think he said, like, if he wants to get in the ring with someone, well, I forget her name, but it was like the top female fighter right now, and it's like, we'll just let her kick this little bitch's ass, and that's it. That's all he'll ever get, is like humiliated. Which I don't want to say that. I don't want to imply that women can't fight as well, but you know Paul's ego wouldn't take getting beaten by a woman very well.
No. I'd love to see them like get in the octagon, like do some MMA, some UFC, because like it would. They wouldn't.
You
they
get
wouldn't
bloodied
last-
up way more.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah.
But I don't think
Yeah.
we ever will. 'Cause
So
Dana
far,
White won't allow
yeah,
that.
for sure. So far, they're just two amateur boxers fighting other amateur boxers. Like they're not professional boxers. You got to remember that.
Like, you knocked out an NBA player. Good job. Whatever.
yeah,
No one cares about that.
a guy who'd never been in a boxing match before.
Mm-hmm. Cool. It's like if I knocked Peter out, it'd be like, okay,
Great.
yeah,
Great
that
job.
was a fair fight.
I think that's the salt. If it's not recorded,
Yeah.
no, even if it's recorded, if it's not entertainment,
As soon
Yeah.
as it's recorded, it's fine.
It needs,
No,
it needs to be
officer, I have the video right here.
sanctioned. No, officer, you don't understand. I was going to sell this video for money.
okay, it's legal. Like that
That's-
Family Guy
that's-
skit about prostitution.
That's not how sanctioning fights works, but you know.
In the Conor McGregor fight, Mayweather earned a reported $275 million from his role as a fighter and promoter.
He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't need the money, but I guess if you're in his shoes, you could just bop this little bitch once and get another $250,000.
Maybe Floyd Mayweather is Mr. Beast's sponsor.
Maybe.
That could be it.
I think you're
It
on
all
something.
comes back around.
Maybe his dad is Jeff Bezos.
Maybe.
I would actually be
I
very
don't
upset
think
to find
Jeff
that
Bezos knows what a child is.
out. He knows what
I
AI
found out
is.
the other day that Jeff has so much money that he could give everyone on Earth $1 million. He could solve poverty, but he doesn't.
You know.
I wouldn't accept $1 million from him.
No.
If you want to be fine, you got to pull yourself
Right.
up by the bootstraps and work for it yourself, you lazy piece of shit.
Thank you, Eric.
Jeff Bezos worked for all of that on his own laurels. He's a hardworking American patriot.
Amen.
Can't take his money away from him.
What if I beat him in a
What are
boxing
you,
match?
socialist scum? Yeah,
This is me. I'm challenging you, Jeff Bezos, to a boxing match. Winner takes the whole fucking pot. I'll bet my life savings against your life savings.
Have you guys seen Jeff Bezos operating those giant robot arms?
No.
yeah, I did see that.
It's like it's very Lex Luthor-esque. They're like just literally Google Jeff Bezos' robot arms.
Oh God, he looks like the last. Oh,
I know it's so fitting. I love it. It's hilarious. That's what he's gonna come into the ring with.
this is how I handle the kryptonite to take down Superman.
He's an Amazon Prime kryptonite to Superman. Holy shit! Drone delivery.
I fucking hate it. I hate it, man.
Jared said,
Where's
I would
Superman
love to
when
be
you-
famous. Yeah, Jared, we all have dreams. Jared should fight.
Jared, you already are famous.
Jared should fight Logan Paul. I would probably pay to
I'd
see
watch
that.
that.
I would pay to see that.
Yeah, I'd watch that too.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Jared
robot
lost,
arms
I'd be
pretty
pretty
cool.
upset. What would you do with them, Grayden?
I wouldn't do anything with them. I just think they're neat.
You just bring people over and be like, look at that.
Alright,
let's go
I can pick
downstairs.
up a ball. Look at this. I'm not touching that ball.
It's like show and
I'm
tell.
making you a drink. That'd actually be a cool gimmick, robot bartender.
Oh, hi, Jared.
You think you could just arrive here?
Jared, we can't hear you, you bitch.
Yeah,
Jared, we're still live.
I'll fight Logan Paul right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
do it.
Now,
Let's bring him over. I have him in the other corner.
here.
Here's,
second.
Oh, there he is.
Only stipulation, Jared, is you fly to the States to do it.
No,
Knowing Logan Paul, he's probably partying and has COVID right now, so you could probably beat his ass.
Logan Paul. 1 second. I'm just giving. All right, there. He's here. I will fight him.
Do it. Smash your phone.
No, I surrender. I give up.
Give him what for?
All right. Well, with that, I think that's the end of the podcast.
What a podcast it was.
Yeah, that was
Logan
a
Paul-
roller coaster.
Looks like a rejected design from The Incredibles.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, kind of does.
I understand what you're saying. Well, guys, we're Live Connection. We stream every Sunday and Thursday. We'll probably be taking the majority of the month off from here, just because, you know, those little holidays that are coming up. But,
The little one.
yeah. If we don't talk to you again, have a happy holidays. Stay safe, and we'll
holiday.
see you in 2021.
I thought you were going to say a hoppy Halloween for a second there.
Really looking forward into the future.
I can't wait for Halloween in 2021.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
I can't wait for
hoppity.
Easter. I'm
Oh,
gonna say that from
It's
now
only
on.
happy holidays, not
Easter.
season's greetings. Because season's greetings is a stupid saying. What the fuck does that even mean?
Grayden, you're just happy for Easter because of the mini eggs that come out in.
Oh, I love mini eggs.
Mini eggs, cream eggs. It's
Maybe
delicious.
they'll release the new Jesus game sometime around Easter.
I can only
that's
hope.
Jesus game
brilliant.
coming?
I love it.
I am Jesus
I
Christ.
Can't wait for Jesus to drop.
That is not a game.
Yeah,
Please don't tell me that's game.
yeah, no, we talked about the beginning of the podcast. It's
Yeah.
Jesus Christ Simulator. You can look into it, but
Yeah,
I
no,
wanna-
I gotta watch the podcast anyways to do the editing, but
there
yeah,
you go.
Okay. Jesus game.
Yeah, I want to find the fucking Jesus simulator underneath the Easter tree.
Do you get to like choose whether or not you sacrifice yourself, or do you have to? Is it just like the end all?
I don't know. I don't know if they offer multiple endings.
Is it linear? Is the Jesus Christ simulator? It's like, well, spoilers, but I kind of know what happens to this guy.
Is it like an RPG? Can I make my own decision?
Yeah, but Jack, you could be the one that dooms humanity for all time.
Oh, I
You know,
would play
just-
that game. Here's the thing. Do you guys think we're living in the bad ending right now of the Jesus Christ simulator? Where Jesus died on the cross?
You got to play the game to find out.
Oh shit! I didn't get all the collectibles. I got almost all of the disciples on my side, but
yeah.
I forgot to get Judas, and he kissed me in the final boss battle in the garden, and the Romans fucking crucified me in the end game cutscene.
I couldn't complete the fetch quest for the myrrh. It was too hard.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Wow, I hope no Christians are watching this right now.
I'm sorry if there is.
If they take offense to that, then those aren't the Christians we need watching.
This game was made for them.
Okay, bye guys.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.